Join us as we travel to Huntington Beach State Park in this week's episode of The Ox and the Fox. We're camped along the beach at North Campground, visit Brookgreen Gardens for the Night of 1,000 Candles. We're going to explore Atalaya, or if I said it wrong, Atalaya Castle, as well as take in the natural beauty of the Nature Center. Hey everybody, we're heading to Huntington Beach State Park. Tonight, Justin and I have tickets to Brookgreen Gardens to see the Night of 1,000 Candles. And we're pretty excited. I heard it's beautiful and we can't wait to see it. But first, guess what we gotta get? You wanna tell them?
Groceries?
Groceries. Trying to think about what to cook, because tonight it'll probably be something fast, and then tomorrow night we want to cook something good for you guys to see.
I don't know what she's gonna come up with, but if there's anything that you want to see Trina try to cook or make while we're camping, put it in the comments. And she can cook really well, so she'll probably be able to figure it out.
Yeah.
Let's see if you can test her.
Oh no. We'll see. But first, let's go tackle this, and we'll catch you up in a little bit.
What did you decide to cook?
We're gonna do campfire tacos.
What are those?
Poblano peppers.
That ice cream don't go with tacos, does it?
No, that's for me. I got hot dog weenies in there too.
Well, it might be what we're eating tonight.
I can get any buns or bread.
I need to run back in there and get some bread.
Up to you. I didn't get any.
I'll run get some.
If he wants some tonight, I better go ahead and take him out the freezer. Hot dogs. So we arrived at Huntington Beach State Park. We're fixing to go check in, let them know we're here so we can go to our campsite. And I'm gonna get my state park book stamped. Need to get you a chair like that. Oh wait, there's two.
One for each of us.
Yeah. Since you think you're the big daddy sitting on your throne all the time, that's the big chair you need. But they got one for me too, so.
We've actually stayed here before. We truck camped here, I think in 2021 maybe, in our old truck camper. long before YouTube.
Where's my snacks?
We could both fit in that.
I could go to sleep in it.
If you come to stay here, you have to come in the gift shop in this building here to check in. Then you proceed to your campsite.
Now, baby, get off of that sticker.
She should do the same.
The crab. Oh. Crabby Patty.
You're at campsite number 5, and I have you checking out on the 20th. Is that correct?
Friday.
Okay, do you have a dog with you today?
We do.
Yeah. Here. Ice cream shop across the street by the playground. Charleston hand-dipped ice cream.
Thank you.
There you go. And you enjoy your stay?
Thank you.
Thank you.
So we're checked in. We're fixing to head to our campsite. We're staying at campsite 5. So when we get there, we'll let you see what it looks like. And then in a separate video, we'll have a campground tour of Huntington Beach State Park.
I know that took a little longer to set up than normal. Normally we just back in, hook up, we're good to go. We took our camper off, so a few additional steps, not a lot. Just wanted to get all the firewood out of the back of the truck, get all the valuables off of the truck that's not attached, you know, permanently affixed, since we're not gonna be hooked to the camper, just in case somebody wants to relieve us of those items. It's been a while since I've seen that. Trina's inside getting set up. I'll show you, carry you in there and show you that in just a minute. This is our site. Site 5. It's actually a really big site. A huge site. We're gonna get a campfire started later. And this weekend, we're just gonna do some camping. Other than we do have one little excursion planned. For Christmas, Trina wanted to see the Night of 1,000 Candles at Brookgreen Gardens. We're gonna go do that. That's actually tonight. And then we're just gonna relax here at Huntington Beach this weekend and show you a full-on camping adventure at the campsite and on the beach. What you got going on in here?
Get things set up. Fixing to get ready to go to our date. Did you forget about our date?
No, I was just telling YouTube about our date.
Better not forget about our date.
She don't know it, but I brought my cowboy hat and cowboy boots for this here date. See how excited she is when she sees me wear them.
What? That here boot scooting boogie?
Yeah, that's what you heard.
Boot scooting boogie?
That's what you heard.
The hoedown? You're gonna do the hoedown, babe?
Do the hoedown right quick. You're rocking the camper too much now.
Well, then don't make me do the hoedown.
We'll check you guys out a little later. We're gonna get cleaned up and get ready to go.
So we're at Brookgreen Gardens, the night of 1,000 candles. And we're gonna go see some Christmas tree lights.
Just to note, there's another truck camper. He's actually camped in Huntington Beach State Park with us. I seen him earlier when he was leaving out to come up here. Maybe we'll get to meet him later on, or maybe tomorrow sometime. Tonight's gonna be pretty cool. Trina wouldn't let me wear my cowboy hat. She said it didn't go with my brown shoes and my brown belt, so the cowboy hat's out. Anything you'd like to add to that?
Well, I was gonna wear my boots too, but mine were brown and they didn't go with anything I had on.
If you come to Brookgreen Gardens during the night of 1,000 candles, tune your radios to 87.9 and it'll give you a little information as you're driving up as to where to park and kind of a little bit of information about the event. I think they said it'll be over 1 million lights lit up and 3,000 candles lit tonight.
Yeah, it was over 3,000, like 3,200 candles.
This is actually the 25th year they do this. And we'll give you some more information. Brookgreen Gardens was actually a part of the original estate that is now Huntington Beach State Park. Not sure if you can hear the band playing in the background, but they've got live music. I think tonight's the Accelerators playing. They've got multiple food trucks and dining options. So we're probably gonna hit some of that while we're waiting.
What'd you get us?
A funnel cake.
A funnel cake.
And a Diet Coke.
A funnel cake and a Diet Coke.
Because we're on a diet. What you been doing?
Looking around.
There you go.
You want to take a selfie in front of the tree?
Sure.
Where you going?
We're gonna take a selfie in front of the tree.
Oh.
Probably kind of dark, but
It's in the ground.
we got the tree lit. I think this tree is actually larger than the one in New York, is what they said.
At Times Square.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what'd you think about Brookgreen and the night of 1,000 candles?
It was beautiful. It's well worth the wait for the tickets if you happen to score tickets. But it's beautiful. I would like to make it a tradition.
Well,
It's romantic too.
You guys are gonna have to come check it out. But that's it for us tonight. We'll see you back at camp. We're back at camp. I'm gonna get a fire started and we're gonna cook some hot dogs over the fire. We had that funnel cake at the Night of 1,000 Candles at Brookgreen Gardens. So, but we opted to just cook back at camp. So I gotta get a fire started and we're gonna make supper. The fire's going. I'm gonna get the chairs out, get our little hot dog skewers, and we're gonna be eating. What you got there?
A hot dog.
YouTube brother can't see it, it's so dark. Alright guys, I know it's dark, you can't really see us, so we're gonna eat these hot dogs and probably call it a night. We'll see you tomorrow. Good morning guys. Trina's got us up at the butt crack of dawn. She wanted to see if we could catch a sunrise. I think it's gonna be too cloudy, but we're gonna try anyway. We're gonna hit the little walking path over to the beach and see what we can see. From the looks of the sky, the only thing we're gonna see is clouds. One thing about Huntington Beach State Park, their beach access is concrete sidewalks. It's really cool. And they have them spread out throughout the campground.
It's really early. We wanted to come out here and catch the sunrise, but there ain't no sunrise. So we're gonna set up our T-sec chairs and just sit here and listen to the waves crash and drink our morning coffee.
Well, it's still foggy, still a little cloudy. I think the sun's trying to break through some of this fog this morning. We're gonna cook some breakfast, and I'm starving. I know what I need. I need one of those bacon press things, or griddle press, that actually goes on there. Do you guys use those presses on your griddle when you're frying your bacon? Let me know in the comments. I seen a friend of mine use one. We were camping with him not too long ago, and he had one. Made the bacon smooth instead of all wrinkly like my bacon. Let me know what you guys use.
Is it good?
Mm-hmm.
You like that extra cheese I put in there?
Mm-hmm.
No, I didn't have any milk, so I actually put heavy whipping cream in them.
So you can put water in them too.
Water?
Put water in and make them fluffy.
Really?
Mm-hmm. You guys put water in your eggs, milk, heavy whipping cream, cheese, anything, or just like them plain? Let Trina know. And tell her you can put water in eggs. It makes them fluffy.
But it has no taste.
It'll still be good. You
You
won't
ever
even
put
know it.
water in eggs?
I have.
You treat me.
Mm-hmm. Taylor actually showed me that.
Taylor?
Mm-hmm. Your mama showed me to put the milk in the eggs. Taylor showed me you could put water in it.
When?
I don't know. 5 years ago.
And you just now revealing this?
It was my secret.
Must be good then. Tomorrow morning we'll try it with water. I bet I can't tell the difference.
You won't even know. A lot of times I don't put anything in them. I just crack them, put them right on the griddle.
What do you want to do after we eat?
Didn't you say you wanted to walk down to the gift shop and get a map? Check some things out?
I want a hat.
And a hat.
A map and a hat. What you want?
These eggs.
You want mine?
Mm-mm.
You want me to cook you more?
Mm-mm.
Get your eggs, baby. Get your eggs. We'll see y'all in a little bit while Justin gets his eggs.
Well, I cooked breakfast, so Trina's probably in here cleaning up. Let's go see.
I'm washing y'all dishes.
How's that working out for you?
Good. Why? I'm a good dishwasher.
You still like your sink?
I do. I do.
What about your Temu dish dryer there?
I do. It's probably one of the best upgrades or additions that I've made. Because I used to put my mat right there.
Just makes it easy just to throw it right over, doesn't it?
Yep. You don't waste a lot of water. It's especially good to do it like this when you're dry camping.
Which we're not, but we're not hooked up to sewer, just water and electric. So she's trying to conserve some of that gray tank. Nice view this morning. So, supper, are you going to cook it on the open fire?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, our cast iron pan.
Hmm.
We're having cast iron tacos.
We'll see how this turns out.
Be good.
We headed out for a little walk this morning. It's a little cloudy. We're gonna probably do some hikes. Maybe check out the old castle or estate here. I forgot what it's called, but I'll tell you here in a minute when we get there. Trina bought her a hat. Isn't she cute? Leave us a comment. Let us know what you think about her hat.
No, don't. I don't normally wear hats, but the humidity's horrible down here and my hair just goes.
So, when I was telling you we were on a walk this morning and we were going to check out the castle, I didn't even see the sign right in front of me. It's Atalaya Castle. We've been here before. We actually toured the castle in 2021, I think, when we were here. If you've never done that, it's actually really cool to see. We're probably not going to do it again today, but we will show you kind of the outside and a little bit about it. I think it was like $25 a person to actually tour the castle. I may be wrong on that. I'll correct it when I get up there and see how much it actually costs. And I'll let you know what days and when it's open. So I don't know if you can see it in the background, but right here by the Campstore, there's always cornhole boards set up here. And in the summertime, there'll be people playing cornhole. I think because it's December, there's not a lot going on. Right across from the Campstore is a kids' playground, and it's the actual official beach access for the state park. If you're just coming in for a day trip, This is where you would park, and there's a nice paved beach access with showers, bathrooms, and an ice cream shop over on the other side. And again, in summertime, there's really not anywhere to park here. Same parking is for the beach access is for the Atalaya Castle. And I haven't read this time. I'm going off information I got last time we were here. The Atalaya Castle was the vacation home of the Huntingtons, and Brookgreen Gardens was his wife's gardens. And there's a walking path that leads from Atalaya Castle straight across to what's now Highway 17, and then directly across from Highway 17 is the entrance to Brookgreen Gardens. And I guess, I don't know what year it was, but when they originally built this house and this homestead here, that was their access to the gardens. Really neat. If you've never been here, come check out Huntington Beach. It's a very popular campground, very popular state park. It's even in December, there's a lot of people here still.
Did we say that right?
What, Atalaya? Atalaya?
Atalaya?
We probably didn't say it right. Atalaya.
We'll find out what the correct pronunciation is and let you know.
Or
if you know,
leave a comment. Leave a comment and spell it out. I know we stayed at
Atalaya
Dreher Island State Park. Apparently we were calling it Dreher Island State Park. We had quite a few people actually comment the correct pronunciation of Dreher State Park. We're gonna check things out. So what now is a hiking trail to the right here was actually the road that I was telling you about, or the causeway, however, to Brookgreen Gardens, to the gardens, just down there, which is where we were at last night. And here is Atalaya Castle. This was the, I guess, vacation home of the Huntingtons. I'll show you some of the maps since we're not going to walk in today. But here's the entrance. When you come in, what's now number 37 here is, I think, actually where you pay to gain entry. And then you can tour. It's a self-guided tour, and they're all numbered, and you'll get a map like this which tells you what each individual room and quarters are as you tour the castle. It's really neat. If you've never done it, you need to do it. And Atalaya is actually a Spanish name for watchtower. The weather just hadn't been cooperating with us, so it started raining a little bit earlier. So we left camp, we headed over to Camping World, and we picked up a few items. Can't just go browse Camping World. What you got there?
got a Max Air fan 2 cover for our Max Air fan up top, so when we're dispersed camping, it's got a sensor on it. If it rains, it'll close the fan, and this will prevent the fan from actually closing, so we can use it more while we're dispersed camping.
Basically, rain won't be able to get in, so the sensor won't ever cut the fan off. So if it's raining, our Max Air fan will continue to run.
And this one is supposed to be, I don't know the technical word, non-screwing.
Is it drill-free, maybe?
Drill-free.
So we don't have to cut any holes in our roof?
I like non-screwing better. And then I got me a little bacon pan for my confectioner oven inside. It's kind of little, so it just slip right in there. And then we got these for our sewer tank treatment. And then they had this on clearance. I'd seen one that Michelle and Roger had at the Truck Camper rally, and she actually brought it over while we were eating supper that night and had it burning on the table, and it kept the mosquitoes away. So they had this one on clearance at Camping World, so I decided to pick it up and give it a try.
We're not promoting Camping World in any way, shape, or form. I don't have a lot of good experiences with Camping World. But I will say that it's only about 10 miles from Huntington Beach State Park. So if you're here, like us, and it's raining, it'd be a fun little day trip to get away while it's raining. It got expensive though. It costed Trina a lot of money.
You cost me a lot of money. But we wanted it. We wanted it. He said he was going to wrap it up and put it up under the Christmas tree. I'm
fixing to wrap it up and put it right on top of that roof right there. So, game plan. I'm going to get a fire started because I think Trina's going to cook over the open fire tonight. And while the fire's burning down, making hot coals, I think she's going to be inside cutting up some vegetables. And then I'm going to go up on the roof and see if this is a really quick job or if it's a really long job. It's supposed to just attach down, pin in. It's supposed to be real quick, no drill. We're about to find out. I'm gonna take you along through the process right after I get the campfire started. We're gonna let that fire burn down, get some really hot coals so Trina can cook on it. I'm gonna go up on the roof, see how hard this is gonna be. This is what our max air fan looks like. So I'm assuming that the hose go right through here, sets it on top of it, and pins in. We're gonna find out. Easy pin clips. Apparently, you got to position it with the louvers to the rear of the camper. Put it over the tabs that are already in place. These things here. And then we simply pin it in. Just like so. That seems simple enough. We'll find out if it blows off in some of our travels. That is probably the quickest installation of anything I've ever put on this camper, or a camper in general. And it's probably the most simplest thing I've ever bought from Camping World to have to install. So far, that's gonna be a thumbs up. Kind of like this video. If you hadn't done it already, give us a thumbs up. Now that that's done. So last night, obviously you could tell it was really dark by the fire. And I've said in many of my reviews, I wish ArcticFox had a light on this side of the camper, which is typically the camping side of the camper. I know a lot of truck campers, you can move it around so you got the lights off the back, but in this particular circumstance, we were off the truck, so we couldn't do that. So last night we used this little Bell & Howell solar light, and while it was on, it was bright. It needs to be up high. I don't really want to screw any screws in my camper. Probably going to get maybe some magnets or some Velcro or something and try to attach it. But I forgot where Trina got this thing. She ordered it offline, and it's really bright when it's on, but even last night it doesn't last very long. I've had it outside all day, so if it gets dark on us tonight while we're cooking, hopefully we'll be able to use this. But any of you that have ArcticFox 865s, what's your suggestion? What are you guys using? Let us know in the comments. Got Trina's fire rolling, and she's inside prepping. Let's see what I can do to help her, and probably just hang out by the fire for a while.
Well, our fire's getting hot and need a little bit of coals. You don't need it as flamey as it is. I'm gonna go ahead and start cutting up the pepper and the onion. And this is a poblano pepper, if I said that right. If I didn't, just leave it in the comments and spell it out for me. So tonight we're having campfire tacos. We're going to cook everything right here out in the open and show you that you don't need a lot of fancy equipment to get some supper going. If you've got a cast iron frying pan, she'll do the job. Alright, our fire's knocked down enough, so I'm going to go ahead and put the cast iron on here, let it get a little bit hot, and then we're going to go ahead and cook our onions and peppers. If you're ever using a cast iron over open flame, make sure you got a mitt handy. Last thing you want to do is come and forget this handle is also going to be hot, so just make sure you got you a mitt somewhere close by. I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of avocado oil, just a little bit, to get the onions going. So I'm gonna go ahead and lay it all in there. We're gonna let our onions and peppers wilt, sizzle down some, and we'll be right back. So our onions and peppers are wilted to our liking. I'm fixing to go transfer them to another pan I have over there. And then we're going to get the hamburger meat started. Don't forget to wear your mitts. Our hamburger meat's done, so we're going to carry it over there and drain it. Now we're going to add our peppers and onions back to it. I'm going to go ahead and add our taco seasoning to it. I really don't measure the water because I found that the watering to sauce ratio on the pack is a little too runny for me. We got another pack if we need it. So I'm gonna carry it and my water over there so I'll have it handy. We're gonna put this back on the fire and heat it all back up. And then once we get this going, we're going to go back and get our other pan and start warming up our shells. I wound up using the second pack just because we had a lot of hamburger meat. And I added a little more water to it. So this is to the consistency that we like. You might like it a little more runny or a little more dry. So now I'm just going to set it to the side a little bit so it'll stay warm, and I'm going to grab my other pan so we can get our shells going. So all I'm going to do to this one is just add a little cooking spray in the bottom. How many shells you want there?
2 or 3.
I'm going to use your chair for a second.
If you were brave enough, you could lay it right on that grill top.
All right, you got your plate?
Yep. I think we're losing our light, so we're gonna do this pretty quick. Got the taco meat wrapped up here. I guess there's no real right or wrong way to do it, but my eyes are always bigger than my belly, I guess you'd say, and I try to put too much meat in there and it won't roll up. But put your peppers, onions, and meat on the bottom. Mexican 4 cheese, or any kind of cheese that you like. I like a lot of cheese, so I put my cheese next to ensure that it melts. And depending on if you're a guacamole fan or not, Trina's made some guacamole. We'll take a couple of spoonfuls of guacamole and spread it out through there. And then simply roll it up the best you can. Like I said, I'm probably just gonna have to eat a soft shell taco. Probably not gonna be able to roll mine up. I always put too much meat in it. There's mine, if you can see it. I know they're not professionally made, but they're gonna taste really good because Trina cooked them on open fire. And I don't know if she told you, but the little bit of ashes that gets in it, that's just makes the flavor better.
So I've got my 2 done. I made one up, and I'm fixing to make this one. But we just wanted you to know that when you're doing campfire meals, it don't have to be super complicated. And I don't know what it is about cooking them over an open fire, but to me it just makes them taste better, don't it?
Oh yeah. It's nothing like cooking over a campfire and then sitting by the fire, smelling the smoke, tasting the flavor. It makes everything better. Even something as simple as tacos.
Yeah. These are going to be super good. Justin's almost down one of his while he was waiting on my shell to get a little toasty.
Only because she asked me to.
So how is it?
It's really good.
That, I'm going to say amen to my food, and maybe we'll catch you later. We're losing daylight, so it might be tomorrow before we get to talk with you again.
The sunrise was a bust again this morning. It was still too cloudy to actually see a sunrise, but we're gonna probably check out today. We're gonna show you the nature center. We're gonna do some things this morning before we actually leave.
You have the Sandpiper Pond Nature Trail and Nature Center. That's a pathway that leads to the nature pond, and there's a beautiful nature center.
So this trail is the other end of the trail to the nature center, which we showed you on the other side from the campground. The hiking trail actually brings you around to the nature center. This is the nature center here. You can drive over here like we did, park in the parking lot. It's just behind the campground. And inside the nature center, they do have some reptiles, turtles, and things like that. I think they even have some fish in an aquarium. Then you have an area where you can watch birds. And there's actually a long causeway or pier that you can walk out on to actually view wildlife in the marsh there. It's very worth the visit if you come to Huntington Beach State Park. Check out the nature center.
Y'all been with us all weekend, and we sure do appreciate it. And we hope you liked this video. If you did, and you want to see more content like this, leave us something in the comments. We surely appreciate it. But until next time, thanks for watching. We're ready to roll out.